What's up? Good morning. What's up, friends? How are y'all doing today? Give me a second. I'm getting stuff ready over here. Did y'all hear the music? Can't hear it now. There we go. You know, could y'all hear the music earlier? Yeah. Good deal. All right, let's get ready to get going. Welcome. Good morning. FOMC tomorrow. CPI. Wow, like it's like a market just wants to give us some. You know what I'm saying? Like why? Why on the same day? Why you do that? Why you do us like that, market? You know what I'm saying? Why market gonna do us like that? We'll see how it turns out. I'm in the camp that we might be cutting rates. I usually get this prediction right. Jobs numbers are looking good. JOLTS numbers are looking good. CPI numbers have been looking good. Things are slightly under control-ish and trending in the direction the Fed wants. It's not there yet, but it'll get there on its own. So does the Fed want to take a stab at cutting rates? This time the probability is the highest it's ever been. I don't know if it's going to happen still. It doesn't really need to happen for the changes to be made, but I think of all months since the last downturn, since that like year-long recession-ish thing that we had a couple years back, this month is the highest probable month that they're going to do that. I'd see other people around the world cutting rates as well. Possible. Market's probably been pricing in that probability as we've been pushing back to all-time highs in the S&P. Woo! What are my thoughts on major news events? Do you wait a certain time after to trade or avoid those days? Never trade into a major news event. Never. I'm talking never. I love everything sacred and holy in your trading account. Never hold a position into that decision. You're better off going red or black in Vegas because it's a 50-50 shot. But in Vegas, there's no drawdown that draws you down and then turns around and goes and you win and breaks your heart after it kicks your ass like the stock market does. Imagine FOMC day triggers stop loss and then rallies the direction you want it to, and then you get all butthurt about it. So never trade into it. You don't get slippage in Vegas. Yeah. They give you alcohol and a magic show and kind of soothe the pain. Don't trade into it, Edward. Afterwards, it's perfectly fine to trade off of pivots, like not chasing any direction. Trust me when I say I make my living off of 10 to 15 point moves in the S&P. You don't need to catch that 30, 40, 50 point windfall or suffer a 30, 50 point loss to really make your range in trading. Your funded accounts, which you guys are doing trader funding programs, don't do those, period, that day. Don't play the volatility game. Don't play the drawdown game. Nothing. What's up, y'all? So, if you are trading your real account and you don't care about drawdown as much for your like a contest account, let me get situated here. What's up? So, you know, you want to get situated in your trading account. I just get situated in my chair here. You want to make sure that you don't have, in funding programs, there's drawdown issues, right? Where you lose the account. Real accounts don't have that, but funding programs do. Volatility is the enemy of drawdown, and news events from markets go wild is the enemy of that. So if you're doing funding programs, avoid the day completely. Take my advice. It's not investment advice. Well, you guys aren't paying me, so I can give you as much free advice as you want. First Amendment. All right, so here you go. Don't do anything that day. It's actually not investment advice. Let's call it skincare advice. We're gonna have you sit on your hands for the moisturizing your hands. Just sit on them. It'll make your hands feel better. Skincare advice. I'm not a doctor either. Oh, hell. All right. If you're trading normal account, yes, you can trade that day. I recommend, if you do trade that day, to make sure you know where your entries are and your exits are before, and you let that event trigger them. Don't chase into a move that day. Don't trust the moves that day. An example, let's open my little handy dandy pencil tool. Example, let me just, where you go? Hold on. Tight. Dude, we had another crazy storm last night. I lost power in my office only. It was weird. Breaker got interrupted, or breaker got triggered. I did the diagnostics on it, and there was a 2 blink on the breaker, which is a ground fault. I went through and unplugged everything in the dark to figure out what's going on. Couldn't figure out anything. I make sure I didn't screw any screws into the wall and short or ground a hot wire. Nothing. So then I just let it dissipate overnight, and then it was working in the morning. Apparently, probably the lightning hit something. Who knows? All right. So imagine like a BLU, right? Let's example this one right here. That's hedge pressure. And you wanted to long here, markets trading, and then, you know, CPI happens and it does this, or FOMC happens and does this, and then it does that, and then does this. And you're like, okay, let me get in on that, because that is where the bull long up is. Once that volatility like subsides, and I kind of drew this on purpose that way, like the volatility is the size of the V, right? Volatility shrinking is what you want when you're trading, is because volatility never really speeds back up without another event. You don't want the drawdown, so you want the confirmation direction. So let the volume happen, then let the volume decline, then let the volatility decline. And then as soon as you get that kind of like, it starts showing support at your pivot. If you do take a trade without the craziness of the event, you notice there's the first V, second V. Right? Once it starts getting smaller, if I was to take a long, and I just set my stop, right? There's no volatility. It's going to grow to trigger it, so I know I'm not going to stop down a volatility that easily. Set my stop, set my profit target, and then go. So if it hits the target I want, I kind of let it overshoot a little bit, or take a baby position here, then add to it to build a position, and once it supports, make sure I have a defined stop. The reward to risk has to be greater than, you know, 1.5 to 1, 2 to 1, something decent enough to be worth the trade. Yeah, that's it. Good morning, fellow warriors. What's up, Bang Bulls? Morning. Okay, smash that like button and get ready to get going. 10 minutes here till we get started. So leading into the event, don't put a lot of stock into betting on the direction. Trust me, just let the event trigger the target you wanted anyways, because the target you wanted is based on the structure already in place. Got some good music today. Okay, let's get our pre-market setup here. What's up? Hang tight while I do this. Yeah, like, only my office lost power last night. There was a huge, crazy storm there. I'm telling you. Something's going on. I don't know. Solar flares. Something. Gravity. Meteors. You know. Causing weird weather patterns. Maybe it's the flat earth. Who knows? 53, 37. It was in their flat, hollow earth. The lizard people are changing the weather in Houston. It's been weird. We had tornadoes a couple weeks back. Stuff that doesn't normally happen here. $239. Okay. Trading below yellow, trading above monthly hedge. So in the overnight dynamic setup, yellow is a big resistance today. DD band is a really big support. If DD ratio comes in greater than half, we have what's called the DD float, and that's a good thing to see. And I'll show you guys on the cheat sheet what that is. So it means that that green line doesn't want to break. Here. So what happens is, with the DD ratio being greater than half, typically it's going to want to repel off of this green line at the bottom, the lower band. Trust me, it's a really high probability setup. So if today we trade down to here, my long entry is right on the edge with this tight stop to trade back up to wherever. So keep an eye out on float today if we get close. We're down about 15 points. We're about 15 points away from that. What's up? Remind me of Debonair Robert Downey Jr. I've been told I get told I like Robert Downey Jr. a lot. Also got told I look like Jimmy Kimmel a couple of times. Got Ace Ventura a lot when I was a kid, Jim Carrey. I think all pasty dudes with a beard and brown hair beard look the same in Hollywood. So I think I look like generically like all of them. We're just gonna roll updates. As soon as we get the marketplace stuff launched live, our head of development had to attend a family event, so he was out yesterday, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Kind of got delayed on our launch plans on this. It was kind of an emergency. Is the market just not moving, or your screen frozen? Aliens, man. They're changing the weather in your city too. They're messing up your computer. I would check. Should be good. Market's definitely not frozen. Make sure you're logged into your platform. Make sure your connections tab is green. If you like flat earth, stop that lookup tiger. I love the flat earth memes. They're so funny. I'm one of the people that always thought that flat earth was a CIA conspiracy to see how far a ridiculous idea could be spread using memes and the internet, so that could be used in the future for some kind of war. Yes, we can use celebrities to spread a really weird idea, and it can actually spread really fast. Like, it's so absurd nobody should believe it, so let's pick something that's really absurd just to see how easy it is to manipulate public opinion and how many people we can sway. But then I hear from my theory, it's a CIA, flat earth was a CIA experiment, but a social experiment, but apparently there are believers out there that actually is a real movement. Like, well, I guess maybe they created the movement, but birds aren't real. They aren't. You need to be careful. All right, we're getting ready to get open here. 2 minutes the market opens. Let's see. I just got a new digital mixing software to make the music a whole lot easier to be controlled. Should be good now. Let's see. Let's get the S&P going here. Friends, hit that like button real quick on the bottom of the screen. You got to appear early every morning for entertainment. Give the algo some love. My oh God. Ooh, that was loud. All of a sudden my music went. The hell was that? This speak, the volume just like randomly went to like 1,000 for like half a second there. What levels you have marked on right now? See MHP and other two bands. DD band. Let me label them real quick while we wait for our liquidity maps come through. Just so you see them. God, that was loud. Look at me, a little jump scare there. All right. This is DD. All right. Ooh, okay. We got that. Open above hedge pressure breakthrough, bear short up on the breakdown to the downside. Monthly hedge is the next place down if it does fall. All right, so we're looking for DD float trade today. No longs off the open. This is in this downward trajectory. So we get this right here, breaking hedge pressure right out the door, irrational market out the door. It's going to want to go lower to DD band. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that DD float trade. What I predicted I would be doing today. So right about here is my long entry. Now it's easy setup. There's only one place to trade from today. As long as volatility gets squashed, we should be good. Okay, so look at 25 right here on UVXY. 25 is the number. As soon as this gets right down here and supports, this should hit 25 and reject. That's what I'm looking for. 50, 30, about 12 more points to the downside. Just testing everyone's hearts and blood pressure for FOMC, CPI, yeah. All right, check QQQs today. Whew. No chase on the long side, and long side has a very short attention span. As you're in the bear zone, it's likely to stay in the bear zone. Watch this resilience number also resisting the top. So even upside today, this back to hedge pressure is a decent trade. Any upside is limited by 535, so call sellers 536 and above is where if I were trading calls, I would be doing my credit spreads there. There's no volatility today. yet. And there's no event today. The event's tomorrow. So today is likely not going to be the day where it gets a big breakout rally. So days before events like this are where I like to do those kind of trades. Betting that we don't break 536. Very decent bet in FOMC. Options prices are jacked today. Double whammy tomorrow. CPI, FOMC. Well, that's all tomorrow. Big double whammy tomorrow. You got a 1 count 2 accounts. There you go, baby. Chris, does that make sense on ES? D bands, MHP dynamics. So this is my entry point today. Right about here. We're gonna bet on the float somewhere down in there. QQQ is trying to break hedge to the upside. Interesting. So QQQ is trying to carry today. I'm gonna let it pull back just a little bit before I go in there and grab my long though. All right, you guys. We turned data feed purchases back on the old site just for a couple of days. We're trying to get everything ported over to get everybody to the new site. So if you just got the platform and you haven't been able to sign up for data yet, go to the old site. In the connections tab, there should be a data form there. And if you still can't get it, check the website. There should be a place under connections on your dashboard to do it there. And if there's not, still send me a message. Big divergence today. The light is yellow. So you have the S&P gap down, trade down, the NASDAQ gap down, trade up. So NASDAQ's trying to move up, S&P's trying to move lower. The two resiliences look very different. When you see the resiliences looking very different right now, you know it's tech that's trying to rally. Typically, when they don't look the same, you can easily see which one is moving. The S&P not moving that much higher because it's got a lot more stuff in it. Tech is trying to make a move for it. So if I were to take a guess, you got some kind of NVIDIA, Amazon, something trying to move. Look at that right at the top, NVIDIA, Apple. Half gap to the top side. So these are the two stocks that are trying to move up today. I would say that in the meantime, you check monthly map really quick and do our greater market. Friends, hit that like button real quick if you don't mind. Love you. Like bottom right, which is, I always get confused here. Left side, right side, this way, this way, this way, over here. Let's go down like below the screen. Give us some love. Leading into FOMC, let me pull up the cheat sheet again. This is from the Discord. Don't forget to check out the extended trial of Rocket Scooter. If you haven't checked out our platform with all these indicators in it, 35 bucks. If you go to for a month, you check it out. And to get ready because we're about to launch this huge marketplace. Hundreds of vendors, lots of stuff. Our own coding language, you'll be able to write your own indicators. Huge stuff. Next couple months, you're gonna be releasing all these different features one by one by one. You're gonna love it. So get ready for that. So if you be in the program before, we'll transition you over and you'll be ready to go. You can lock in that lower price with everything because everything's gonna be like sold a la carte at that moment. Okay, viewing all the indicators, 35 bucks. Check it out for a month, and you can watch all the videos. Pretty cool. Space in between bull zone, bear zone, diminishing, so lack of volatility. So leading into expiration, which is like if you look at the bottom, this is days in the future. This is looking months in the future, actually. And showing us that over the course of time, the QQQ is bullish until October. Bulls are longing through October. Bears are reducing their position through October. The market is at the start of a rally, and I can tell everybody this. I've been saying this since last summer. We're at the start of the biggest rally that we'll probably see in a decade. This is the start. The S&P, I said last year would be 6,000 by this summer. And everybody thought I was crazy when I said that. Then the Fitch downgrade happened. Then everybody thought I was double crazy because I still stuck with my position. I said, this is short term. Fitch downgrade doesn't mean anything. Maybe a month selling. We had like 3 months of selling. Then we're back. And now we're at all-time highs of 54. Close to that. We will be at 6,000 by the end of the summer. No doubt in my mind. This is a bull market. A strong one too at that. Apple's carrying the market. Huge rip. Yeah, there we go. QQQ hitting half gap, pulling back. Resilience on Nasdaq is positive. S&P is negative. There's a little bit of a divergence there. So like I said, I'm going to let it hit my target. We'll get long right here. This is my entry point right here. So we do at Rocket Scooter, we plan, right? We plan our trades. This is where I want to long from here. To right about there, right at hedge pressure. That's my trade. We can sit back and wait. How y'all doing? If you want to learn how to do this, this is what we teach. Our indicators are useful. I'm not looking at like trends, directions. I'm not looking at oscillating indicators. I don't use any technical indicators, by the way, anymore. Just my levels. That's it. And the probabilities that go with them. You got long yesterday's low? Yeah. Oh, today. Yeah. Today, closer to yesterday's low. Yeah. Get about 10 more points or so to fall. I'm going to let it get close before I do anything. Right up in here. Float means it wants to approach this green line, but not break it. Conversion for DD for SPY. Yeah, it's easy, dude. I got you, bro. Right here. You just take, it's a caveat, but hold on. But hang in there. I'll teach it to you real quick. Hold on. You just cross multiply. You take like the current value for DD. My brain just did that backwards. DD SPY. You have the DD ratio 5337 equals value So the current value of the SPY right now, the current value of the ES right now, make a fraction, multiply by 5337, you'll get DD SPY. However, this fraction, it changes. It's never the same. Because the SPY and the ES like do this. They like stretch and they skew and they do that. So they're never like on par. So when you approach, what I do is that gives you an estimate, but your converted target will like move because that ratio is never the same. Ben, so what you do is you just understand that when you get to here, then you do the ratio and then it gives you the number. But even if you go up and then return to there, it's not the same number because the two are never like trading at par. They, you know, the S&P might go up a couple ticks. The fraction is like close to 10, but it's not 10. In real time, it dances around as S&P and SPY kind of wiggle around a little bit. So anytime you convert futures to index of futures using that conversion rule, things are gonna, your converted targets are gonna dance. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. DD ban is an exploit of see me span. It calculates margin requirements for futures. So it's one of the first things we build here. A team of wacky engineers at Rocket Scooter. Yeah, dudes, last night, check out chat. Last night, again, we had tornadoes not too long ago. Crazy windstorm, 100-something mile an hour wind just came out of nowhere. Tornadoes blasting through the city. Take an entire giant steel power line structures and just bending them sideways. I mean, it was crazy. Yesterday, out of nowhere, a blast storm comes. Same thing. Wasn't crazy winds, but the weird weather lately has me going to anchor down like my garden stuff upstairs. I have this huge ass garden, right? I gotta grow all kind of vegetables and food and stuff. Anyways, I like his whole project to like anchor it down to make sure it doesn't fly away again, because like it flew and ended up on the neighbor's roof. So I'm waiting for my target to enter right now, so I'm just gonna be impatient telling you guys a story. So last night I survived. Thank God the garden stuff made it through its first test. Winds are probably like half of what it was the other night, but for something I just started hearing my my unlimited power supplies were like uninterrupted power supply. Unlimited power supply would be kind of cool, actually. UPS stood for that, but it was like I heard like the beeping sound, which was like you lost power. They come downstairs, it was completely dark in this office, like everything. In this office, I have two like 1500 watt UPS like to run everything in here. I've got lighting, I've got 2 cameras, I've got microphone, 7 screens, massive supercomputer with like 2 computers built into one, streaming computer and gaming computer, and like it's just like, okay, sure, it draws a lot of power, right? But the breaker tripped and I couldn't get it back on. I was so pissed off. The internet's down here too. I had power everywhere else in the house. Getting close to my entry point. We're about 7 points away. I'm gonna let it get there. I'm gonna be very picky on this one. Oh, I need to get it because I need the reward to be back up the hedge pressure. So this is what I need to get. Isn't it cool how I know what to look for and I'm just waiting for it? Actually, I can squish it like that. There we go. But I flipped that breaker a bunch of times just to make sure it was working. I had a ground fault status code. Is that there's like a blinking light? It lets you know what's going on. And so there was some like some unintentional grounding, which is interesting. Like, who knows what caused that down here? I thought there was like a circuit overload or something, but lightning probably struck something, and there was a high enough voltage potential that it was grounding itself, because I didn't change anything in here. So there we go. 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 Come on. There it is. There it is. Let's grab it. But overnight, it must have dissipated whatever it was. And then it cleaned itself up. Chris, if you go, they're usually printed for you inside the platform, but the CME group broke our bot by changing their website. So we have to get that repaired, and we're gonna do that as soon as we launch the marketplace stuff. So right here, there's a number they are, but until then, they're gonna be on the website and its own Discord channel. Come on. And let me. Oh shoot, we're breaking DD. Holy crap. Okay, that was quick. I expect it to break. Okay, so float is failing. That was extremely rapid. Let's hold this 5330 level. I'm still pretty good on this. That was fast. Okay. We didn't get the flow. that was pretty nasty. Like I waited until right on the edge to get it, but come on, baby, hang in there. S&P breaks yesterday's low. Okay, let's check out volatility here. Let me see where Q's bands are as well. Glasses are all in serious mode. Q's 1896. Those bands are hella accurate too. Hang in there, baby. So there's the pivot off of the band. You see when you touch it, that volume spike, that shows you how good these bands are. That's where you want it, the volume. That's where you want it to support. Now let's see if it does, right? 6,000, yes, makes complete sense. Oh, it does. I know. Flood market with expensive dollars on rate cut. Expectations collected. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna match the VIX here. Let's see if the VIX decays underneath this blue line here. I'll let myself lose 2,500 today. That'll be my limit. I'm right on the edge though. Where I want to be. This is where I want to be for my trade. The only place I want to be. Ooh. Friends, hit that like button if you don't mind. Down at the bottom. Screen. Give us some love. Help us grow the algorithm. First time here, don't forget to subscribe to the stream. We're here every single day. We're probably like the OGest of YouTube streamers. We've been here since 2016. So we've been here for a while. We're like the grandpa streamers. I love that lovely candle on the S&P. Okay, hour flipping in 10 minutes. Good. I want to see that. Let's hold this blue line. No, Chris, you can get the DD bands in the Discord. There's a channel that we post them in. We run this bot here. Sorry. In the overnight dynamic, if you watch the video, it'll talk about like how you utilize these things, but they're right here. DD high, DD low. So ever since the CME broke our bot, we have to come here and do this. So I just post them there for y'all. They changed their website, so now we have to go get our. We have to reread it, change the bot a little bit. Is that support? Let's go. Yeah, no problem. I don't like the way that it tried to resist this though before it supported. I feel like another red is coming, like a flush candle. Do I trim and be a wuss? No, we're supporting it yellow. We're supporting orange. Okay, good. That's what I want. Come on, volatility crush. We want to see this lose 25 and come down. This is what I was telling you earlier. All right. Move a lot faster than I wanted to, but and the thing is my profit target only goes to about here, so about maybe like 15 points from here. 50. Wait, really? Yeah, about 55. So that's actually not bad. If I'm good, like I feel like right here, there's gonna be like a little bit of a flush on this one. Kind of like that definitely has to retest. Okay, I'm trimming it in half, and I'm gonna double in if it falls a little lower. On this guy, right about hedge pressure right here is where I want my target to be. So let me just kind of draw like a big red line. Let's actually do a different. I'll make this like a big fat line right here. So we'll make it blue. Match hedge pressure. On the second test of the green line, I'm gonna double in and get a decent position. I just want to get a better cost basis than what I had. So this, you see how I drew this morning? You'll see that. You'll see that. Okay, we teach you how to do this. Like I drew this right about 30 minutes ago. The resistance from here, the support from here. Those of you trader funding programs and stuff, hang around here. We'll teach you how to do all this. I'm waiting for this. I'm gonna wait for the second attempt here. Where my mouse is, let it try to fall back a little bit. You get the first volatility bounce here. There it goes. Okay, and VIX is hanging there. Second attempt. You see how I'm just working this position like I knew to trim when we got that candle. We make it back up above the green. I'm back in. Abandoned ship, yeah. It's on the edge. That's the scary part. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Right here. All eyes are here. We need this. We need this to go away. We need this down here. Down here. Down here. This is not good. To break this band, not good. When the ratio is greater than half, this is not good. This is not good. We'll see at the turn of the hour. We start to get a better candle, hopefully. Don't forget, if you're new here, say hello. Say hi, I'm new here. It's my first time at the stream. Full-time futures trader. Been doing this since... I've been trading since 2010. Streaming since 2016. God, it's been like eight years of streaming. That's crazy. I'm the CEO of the company that made this trading platform, by the way, Rocket Scooter platform you see in front of you. I built this with my awesome team here, this company. About to release the platform in the marketplace, and within a month our coding language Rocket Script will be available for you to use to code your own indicators on. Think of like a much fuller version of Pine Script, a similar type of language with more features. The inside day, I agree, Krems, dude. I'm same page as you, man. Who cares what happens this week, man? I'm going to a crawfish boil this weekend. That's all I can think about. That's where my happiness is today. Got my eye on the prize for Saturday. So we'll let the FOMC can't take away my happiness for that. Longing despite negative resilience. Yeah, so longing to, right, despite negative resilience, resilience just resists the box. It doesn't pick a direction, right? Resilience is not telling me that market's going down. If resilience is getting slightly better, it means some stocks are coming up, which is kind of what I want to see. I want to see, I don't normally look at resilience to pivot as like a directional thing. It being less than 0 just means this is resistance right here. So I'm trading to resistance, that's it. So right about here where this blue line is my target today. That's my highest here because of resilience, yeah. If I'm right. Now again, this could flush me and I could be wrong. Enjoy and please be safe always. Oh, you know I will be. I'm a good boy. Okay, not really. Okay, 2 minutes till the hourly candle switches to the new hour. Looks like my trade just turned green. Switches volatility decay. Let's get that down here. Come on, baby. So what our goal here is to make a plan before I make every trade. So that every trade is meaningful. Like I know it's resisting here. I know it's supporting here. I'm going to bet that it supports here and trades to there. Now, this is where I'll, you know, the bet comes in. Decently confident on this. Put a small-ish position on it. Add a little bit more to it because I think now that we're supporting here, I want to be long, bigger long. How to spot exhausting candles? Yeah, volume. That's it. You look for abnormal volume at a pivot that you know there's supposed to be volume, and you watch for the volume to decay. The market swept everybody here, volume spiked, and then right here, volume decayed. There's no news event that should cause this to collapse. So the fact that we have higher volume here than the opening volume should tell you everything. Right? Very rarely should you surpass the opening volume on just an average run-of-the-mill candle. So there's your sweep. Lee. Yeah, of course. All right, fingers are crossed. Okay, good. You get the volatility dip below. This is good. This is good. I want this. I want volatility to be in decay. Problem is VIX is a BSU, and BSUs are always traditionally very bullish, which I don't like. We want VIX to be in decay, and then this is going to walk its way right up to hedge pressure. From here, it's about a 10-point run. It's about 3K if I make it to 53.50. So VIX is trying to be bullish, as all of these are pointing out. The pressure on this is higher. The market's supposed it's going to be very thin from here, which I don't like. But hey, we'll see what we get. Ooh. Yeah, feel free to come every morning. We do this live streaming every day. Most of your live streaming YouTubers are paper trading, so hang out if you want to watch some real risk management. Real trading. Why does my volume randomly do that? Oh, I think it's because I'm bumping this with my finger. Oh, there's a volume knob on the side here. Oh, that's why I'm hitting it with my finger. We're getting your funded account, Rockseer's game changer. Help your risk manager so much. You do. That's right. Like to hear that, man. Passing funded accounts is a whole trick to it. If you guys come back to the 1 o'clock today or 2 o'clock Eastern when I run my afternoon session, I'll teach you my tricks on how to game that system. There are tricks on how to game it. You want to quickly stockpile up on 20 funded accounts. I'll show you how to do it. There's certain times of the month and certain lineups where it's just much easier to do. And there's some mathematical tricks to this. There's certain times you're going to trade the funded, certain times you want to trade the eval. How to swing trade with Rock Scooter? You do your greater market analysis. So you determine first, it's a bull or bear market. We call it the greater market. Greater. You guys watch my position. Yell at me if I start losing. I promise I can hear you. Rocket Scooter installs a microphone on your desk. Just kidding. Greater market analysis. Okay, what you do is you go to monthly map. Actually, I did hear some rumors that there's some indicator people out there that do put viruses in their stuff. So you gotta be careful downloading things for sale, for trading. For real. Monthly map. That's why everything that we do in Rocket Scooter is cloud-based. No downloading. All the indicators, all the code, everything that you get from a vendor is cloud-based and delivered to you. The indicators aren't even on your local machine. The indicators are on a server and they broadcast. It's for security of both the vendor and you. So like we solved all the problems in Wall Street, by the way. So if you guys didn't know, all of our indicators are server-based, calculated on a server and broadcast by WebSocket to the indicator, to the platform. So this indicator isn't even calculated here. The code isn't even compiled or run here. So you create something, people can't steal it. If you download or use something that somebody else's, they can't hack your stuff. Actually solve that problem. I'm not going to name names, but there's one vendor in particular I know that puts viruses in their stuff. Get information about their clients. Very scary shit that goes on out there. MHP, monthly map, DD. Robbing the Rock Scooter light? Dude, I know. Okay. All right. So it's like I made it myself. Okay. You know, it's Govee light. It's like the rope light that you do this. And there's these little sticky pads and you stick them to the wall and then the track goes inside and like snaps in and holds it. And you bend it around. But the thing is, there's so much tension on it that it kept kept popping the little stickies off the wall. And then it wasn't holding, so I kept pushing him in. And then there's like some holes inside of the anchors that you can actually drill into the anchors and hold them there. And I had like 25 of them up there. If you look very closely, like right here where my pen is, you can see like little scuff marks. That's where the paint was ripped off the wall from just the tension of the bendiness popping off the wall anchors. So I kept trying to fiddle with it every day, and I was committed to. I was like, finally, I'm going to screw it in myself and actually mount them with screws so that it doesn't pop off. And then I went on a trip and I came back from the trip and it had completely just unraveled and there was just like a rope just hanging down. And I was like, fuck it. And I just ripped it off the wall. So now I'm going to order like a legit neon light. I think somebody actually make me a sign. Like a real one. Okay. So the greater market, sorry, back to what we're doing. Monthly map, MHPDD. You find out that the greater market is supporting your idea of like being bull or bear. Easiest thing to do, are we trading above MHP, which is this yellow line, and it's like way off the chart right here. So for S&P, and you do this for S&P, you don't only do this for any other indices. Use the S&P, it's the most diversified index. So MHP is bullish. DD ratio, greater than half, it's also bullish. You want all three to line up for the greater market to be bullish or bearish. Expired. What? Load layout here. Hold on, I get to relog in. That's weird. Let me relog in. Hold on. Yeah. Then you're going to do monthly map. Last thing. In general, the S&P over the next month and a half, bulls are getting stronger. At the bottom, the dark gray is sloping down. Bulls are stronger, bears are weaker. So over the next 4 to 6 weeks, it's bullish, very bullish, if that, right? Bullish and squeeze on bears. So draw 2 up arrows. Bulls are longing. bears are squeezing. So all 4 of the points are pointing up. So positional analysis on the SPY going up, MHP on the SPY up, the market cap up, everything's good, right? So now I go, okay, I'm bullish. I'm bullish this market. Now, how do I swing trade it? So different ways to swing trade. Are you buying the stocks or are you buying the options? And depend on which instruments you want to trade. But in general, you're looking for really solid pivots anywhere to trade on for a longer term stint. Now you want like options or whatever instrument to make sure it's over that length of time to avoid volatility in the meantime. So between now and 6 weeks from now, I'm expecting the market to be bullish, to be higher from where it is today. So I need positions that at least last that long. So 2 or 3 month options, maybe longer term options if you want, or longing stocks and buying puts if you can. So on days like today, I tell myself between now and 6 weeks from now, I have a cost basis average strategy to get in on some kind of play. The market can go higher. So I wait for good solid bull setups or bull breakouts to indicate a reversal to go in on my long. And I immediately put stops underneath it. If the next day the market shows bullish analysis like it does, but it also sells off, like example today, like yesterday was a bullish day. And say that I got in position yesterday and today the market fell and I knew, okay, it's going to fall to DD. DD is very close to yesterday's low, which could have been my entry for a swing. Let me just hold through it. Make sure I've got stops or puts below DD band, right? So I take every single day as a, okay, maybe it can go lower, so let me add to my position. I'm buying the dip between now and 6 weeks from now. So I'm utilizing it as a longer term strategy. Like that. So every day I use the possibility that we'd have a big sell-off day that day as my entry point into a lowering of cost basis. So what I do is I'll divide up my position and like, okay, maybe I'll put it in, and this is kind of arbitrary, but like maybe I'll put in like a 4th yesterday. And then if we have a couple of sell-off days, I'll throw in more at hedge pressures or monthlies. Like every time it hits a support to bounce, I'll add at those supports on the way down until the greater market changes. Here. The greater market's bullish. It's going to be bullish at some point. It's just like your investment strategy in your 401k. Possibility that, you know, every time the market lowers in your 401k, you probably continue. You don't go in there and modify your allocation, right? Like your paycheck deposits your 401k every single month, a certain amount. And as long as you deposit the same amount every month, if stocks become cheaper, then you're able to buy more stocks. And that's how 401ks are able to deliver you money at the end of your retirement, because you're constantly doing cost basis averaging. On swing trading, that's good as long as you know where your stop is. Your exit targets are always going to be the next yellow line up. So if you know how to do your yellow lines for the swing trade, you aim for the next one as far as an R&R. So you can do yellow lines on breakouts all the way up. So an example today, had I bought the dip yesterday, and today I go, oh, I'm going to double in at DD. Okay, maybe. Or it's at the yesterday's low, so probably not. I'm going to long. What's my next target? There. 6 weeks to get there. Which probably get there quicker than that. With the stop, you know, set your stop to be like 2 to 1 or 1.5 to 1, something. You know your next support target, your big yellow line is here. You can even assume I can enter in again there. 2 trades to there. That you know that your yellow line to yellow line is typically your swing trading guides, because these are illiquid markets, right? Looks like I'm up about 2G on this. Glasses on. I'm going to take it. Closed out. Oh, not TG, sorry. 17. I'm out. Yeah, poor light diverts too. We better hope so. I hope so, man. I was bummed. I was like, I spent like a whole afternoon making it. So I gotta put something in the sign. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. We're gonna get your funding account. Scooter's game changer helps your risk management so much. Hey, there you go. Risk management's the way to go. You have to have risk management to play those. They're designed for people without risk management to lose. So you have to be careful as a trader. It's somebody's icon here watching you talk with the smiley face. What are you watching me say? Winning is fun. I'm winning in pretty much all avenues of life right now. Literally winning. There's so many things going on behind the scenes that I'm excited about. When I short has for sure, no. Not today. When I look for on the DOM, nothing. Nothing. DOM is useless information for a trader. The information that flutters, I don't even buy level 2 data because I don't need it. I even save the $10 a month. The bid ask means absolutely nothing, trust me. It predicts nothing, shows no direction, nothing. So the level 2 on the DOM, nothing. You don't even need it. And take that from me. Maybe in like the 90s, it was worth it. Like before computers took over, you had like real human bids. They usually meant something. Like when somebody had to phone in an order, like, hey, we want to buy this much at this price. And then, you know, they called the exchange and they submitted as a limit order. And that time is really hard for orders to change. So the level 2 is more trustworthy. Now it's designed for scrolls and people with ADHD and mega supercomputers to make heads and tails of it. But it really doesn't tell you anything about the market, I promise. You can ignore it completely. Chris, good question. A lot of people teach like level 2 and tape reading. I think that's a dead art form in the days of computers. Computers spoof so quickly that the DOM really doesn't mean much anymore. Unfortunately, I just leave it there because it looks cool. I never look at the bid, never look at the ask. If you're trading illiquid stuff, maybe you're gonna care. The less people are doing, the more trustworthy it is. But like big liquid things like the S&P, look, those numbers are just flickering around. Doesn't really tell you much. Looks like my groceries are here. Yeah, good question. Where price is getting absorbed. Yeah, the thing is that like market makers can intercept an order even before it hits the bid, and it won't show up on level 2. So even with that being said, most of the buffering of order flow you can't even see on the DOM. Like if I were to go in and see how the bid is like 50, 60, 80. If I were to go in and sell 10,000, it would literally get filled right now at that same price sometimes with no change. And you wouldn't see it on the bid. A large order like that can trigger dealers to intercept it. And they fill it like off of the book and then report it to the book. Like they can do that when large orders are big enough, and it prevents the market from basically being tilted by large buying and selling, especially when like overnight when it's illiquid. What a masterclass today. Never seen anybody trade so cleanly. Followed you today. Big green today. Thank you, Sensei. You're welcome. Hey, I'll be right back. I had to get my groceries. Don't go anywhere. Hang tight. All right, I'm back. Get those groceries coming through. We're reviving the Cobra Kai headband. This goes from classic rocket scooter. This was my people used to call me Sensei. That's actually what they used to call me. So we wear the Cobra Kai headband when we kill it. What's the best way to get futures data on rocket scooter platform? Currently, right now, you go to connections, and as long as you have a CQG account, you go here and connect. And if you don't, you can go through Edge Clear, AMP. Those are our two partners that we work with. We have a couple other GFF brokers, Robbins, any FCM pretty much, as long as you have a CQG account, will work here. So there's probably like 100, 110 to pick from. Chris says, it's useful to see where price getting absorbed. Agreed, the resting orders are pretty much useless. Yeah. So you can see like far away, like where some buffering is, but the problem is that there's so many people quote it and market makers quote it, unquote it, quote it, unquote it. It moves too fast for us to like comprehend it. And it really like it's useful information if you're a supercomputer that can process it fast enough to try to find imbalances, but it's like it's doing this. Like so like the eyes can't really perceive useful information from it because it's but I wish we could like so when I say it's like useless, I mean it's more like useless to use while trading like with your eyeballs. If you have an algorithm that's analyzing it in real time to add to your strategy, if you can real time process that, then it's more useful. Yeah. You can see how many contracts actually get transacted at a level. You might only see 60 on the bid, but 100,000 straight, for example, right? So what happened is 60 on the bid, 1,000 gets sold. As the order is sent to the bid, the market maker hears it, grabs it, or the Globex hears it, grabs it, sends it off the book, and all the market makers can auction to fill it. You know, they pay these maker taker fees to get filled. And so they can say like, you know, if they normally get like 3 cents on the, I'm gonna make up a number, 0.3 cents on the dollar for every trade, because you know how you pay an exchange fee? The exchange pays a market maker a portion of that fee to fill the bid and ask at the same time. So as long as they're quoting both bid and ask, then they get paid a fee if that order gets filled on either side. The large orders that come in like that, there's another protocol where the order gets diverted off of the book and then auctioned between the available dealers. And whichever dealer decides to fill it, they basically auction like, I'll fill it for 0.3, this one, I'll fill it for 0.2, I'll fill it for 0.1. So whoever is the lowest bidder gets to fill the order, and they actually fill the order, and then it gets reported to the time and sales, but it never shows up on the book in the level 2. So there's protocols to allow dealers to mobilize for liquidity in events like that. So like you said, it's useful to see exactly what you said, like an order of 1,000 happened, but there's only 60 on the bid. You never saw the bid change to 1,060 and then get filled. That order gets filled and reported, but it didn't show up on level 2. So it's to see it that way is to say, aha, there's orders big enough that's bigger than the level 2 bid or level 2 ask, and then it's diverted off the market to sell over the counter to dealers. And then that's useful information that there's large sellers, right? And that's where it is useful. Agree. This is high fashion, baby. I only rock. This is a Cartier Cobra Kai headband. So that's basically it. I'll take the profit. We'll call it a day. I got some really big meetings today. Business level stuff. When it says trying to connect, you need to upgrade your account. Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, that looks like there's a. Okay, that is a bug. Hold on. Can you send me a DM or yeah, send me a DM in Discord. Send me a picture of the error message you're getting, and then tell me the email ID that you have, and I'll look into it for you. Make sure it's just not you or that old bug is not coming back. It should let you when you try to connect it, but if there's a error that's saying like please upgrade to Pro Plus, if that's the error you're getting, let me know. Let me double check that you're actually in the right package to do that. The headband plays. Let's go. All right, we love you guys. We're gonna get out of here. I'm about to bail. Thank you for tuning in every day. Trading with Sensei. Love you. Come back. Don't forget, subscribe to the stream. And while you're at it, don't forget, Marketplace coming out. When it does come out, tell all your friends. We're going to have the biggest, best marketplace ever, period. You can connect to anything. Discords, buy indicators, buy trade alerts, buy courses, buy everything. Anything you want trading. Anybody can list and sell. Even your own trading platform. Build custom applications, custom platforms, everything. So you have a ton of cool tools, not just what we sell. Feel free to subscribe to us. Extended trial, $35 for 1 month. Check it out. Get all the indicators and tools. Because on the marketplace, it's $200 for all of them. So lock it in for $35. We'll get you a good deal before everything goes forward. You can support the business, support the growth, support what it is we're building. We're aiming for global domination. And hopefully, a little hint here, might be able to do some prop trading inside of Rocket Scooter when I'm all said and done with what I'm working on right now. We'll see you guys in the afternoon. Love you.